As a Delta pilot, I've always had the very best tools at my disposal.
Flight Weather Viewer is one of the greatest weather innovations since the Wright brothers.
This is unique to the airline industry. It was designed by Delta pilots and flight engineers. It's the first of its kind in the industry, and it's Delta proprietary.
Delta Airlines is one of the few airlines with our own in-house meteorology department, and they are comprised of the best meteorologists in aviation.
Flight Weather Viewer uses new technology to combine near real-time weather data with statistical modeling to essentially give me a color-coded picture on where it's likely to be turbulent and where it's more likely to be smooth.
It looks at your speed, heading, altitude, and looks at your flight path for the next 30 minutes. It then gives the pilots updates every 15 minutes.
Of course, the star of the show is a turbulence model. We have a global turbulence model. You can look anywhere at the globe, and right now it's showing these pilots where the turbulence would be at 37,000 feet.
They've essentially placed a crystal ball in my hands so that I can more accurately predict when we're going to encounter turbulence and how long it's going to last.
Once we got in the air, about 30 to 45 minutes into the flight, the pilots gave me a call to let me know in 5 to 10 minutes, turbulence would be hitting.
I increase the faith of the passengers when I give them accurate, timely information. You can use that information to go ahead and take your kids to the bathroom or get a cup of coffee and drink it, and then we can pick everything up before the weather gets rough.
What's really unique about it is it communicates an atmospheric state to the pilots rather than subjective vehicle response. What I mean by that is instead of aircraft, let's talk about boats. If a couple of boats went out on the ocean and I said, hey, what's the ocean like today? And a huge boat tells me my boat is pitching plus or minus 2 degrees, that information is not usable by a vehicle of a different size. Now, if that big boat communicated back, I have 6-foot sea swells, that's information that's usable by any sailor. And that's what we do with the numbers and colors in this app, is we communicate an atmospheric state that every pilot learns through using the app. Before we had this type of information, we would chase altitudes up, down, trying to get a good ride for the passengers. So we wasted a lot of fuel doing that because we tend to fly at our fuel optimal altitude. So we've realized a fuel and reduction in our carbon footprint because of this feature.
We're currently on our 4th or 5th version of the Flight Weather Viewer, but we've been working on it internally for over 12 years in a partnership with the FAA and the National Center of Atmospheric Research.
We believe Delta provides a great example of how big data can be put to operational use to resolve a specific operational issue, and many airlines are currently adopting this approach as the industry is moving towards data-driven turbulence mitigation.
We've been able to harness technology and really take turbulence prediction into the 21st century here in the airline industry.